Shalom Israel, Wilaya SUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible. That Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, we are the Israelites. We are the Jews according to the Bible. I'm preaching Officer Sha'ar, and today is Wednesday law class. Let's clap it up.
That's right.
The Most High Christ. All right, so my topic for today is the deception of the Christian church. Why do I say that? What does deception mean, first and foremost? If I may, do we have some water? Do we have some cups? What does the word deception mean? Can anybody look up the word deception? But for sure. Young man Thomas, look up the word deception. Google it, but for sure. What? The deception of the Christian church, because the Christian church is the reason why our people, the Lord's chosen people, Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians are suffering because of their lies, because of their false, you understand, because of their false, what they say is false, you understand? They give us a false hope in a society of oppressors that do not love us, who do not care for us. You understand? The Christian church tells you that God loves everybody. You understand that we should love everybody, but is that reality? You understand? You look in the news and you go on and you see what's going on in the news, how the Lord's chosen people are still being oppressed by the hands of the other nations. You mean to tell me that you still, you know what I'm saying, you still trust in the Christian church, you still trust in lies? That the world loves everybody? No, man, that's not how it goes, man. You understand? The Most High said that God is a man of war. You understand? He's a man of war. Nothing is all about love and peace and lovey-dovey, man. You understand? We got to come out this deception. You understand? We got to come out this illusion that the other nations love us. You understand? We done went through through slavery, you understand? Coming here to America, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, you understand? All the racial profiling, all the racism, it's never going to end. And you're not supposed to want it to end. You understand? For you Christians out there that claiming that you want Christ to come back, you understand? You want everything to be made whole and new again and made better? No. Everything got to go down the way it is in order for Christ to come back, man, so we could get up out this hell that we're living in. You got deception?
God, sir.
Can you read it nice and loud, Baba Kushel?
Deception. The act of causing someone to accept as true or valid what is false or invalid.
What is what?
What is false or invalid.
What is false? Do we have any other words for that?
The act of deceiving.
The act of what?
Deceiving.
Read on.
Resorting to falsehood and deception. Use deception to leak the classified information.
Are you reading from the Google's definition?
Yep. There's also the action of deceiving someone, obtaining property by deception.
Right. Give me the words. Give me the other words for that definition. Does it have any other words?
A thing that deceives.
I know it's what. Let me get it for you. Okay. All right. Deception. Deceit. Deception. The action of deceiving someone, right? A thing that deceives. Now we got similar words. Fraud, trickery, cheating. We got words like guile, cunning, bluffing, lying. You understand? That's what the Christian church does. They lie to us. They give us a falsehood that what? The other nations love us. When clearly, you understand, the other nations don't love us. You understand? We get taught that lesson every single day on the news. You understand? You see an article or incident where the oppressor is going up against a black man or a black woman. You understand? Racial profiling us. Or law enforcement pulling us over and tasing us and harassing us. You understand? And assaulting us. This stuff goes on every single day. To Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. When the last time you ever looked on the news and seen an Asian, you know what I'm saying, someone from the Asian community getting harassed like how we get harassed? You understand? Or the East Indian community, or the Arab community, or the African community. You don't see that. But when you look on the news, you sure do see Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians being undesired. Just like how what happened in Ireland with that young sister, you understand, who does gymnastics, and when it was time for all the females to get a medal, she didn't get a medal. You understand? And this is broadcasted. This is broadcasted throughout the world. You understand? You know what's so embarrassing? You understand? The whole world just sees the hatred that us Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians have to go through. And it's not like that for the other nations. You understand? Somewhere in China, you understand, somewhere in China or Hong Kong or Tokyo or Japan, you understand, they're watching how Black sister got treated in Ireland. They're watching how George Neely got unalived in a subway train station. They seen the news, you understand? The news reaches out to worldwide. And what is it showing? You understand that the world despises Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. Can we go to that article by Wishaw? I'm just gonna read off that article. Was somebody knocking on the door?
Pete.
Yeah, if you could just read it, sir.
Okay.
If I may, you know what? Play the video because I don't know if it's copy.
It says gymnastics, Ireland failed to apologize despite row over medal snub.
Ireland, isn't that in Europe?
Yeah.
That's in Europe, man. You understand? We all know the history of the Europeans. You know?
Yeah. Over medal snub for black girl.
For who?
For black girl.
For a black girl. Now, as you see this article, you understand this young sister, she appears to be the only black girl in this group right here. You understand? Was she amongst other Caucasian little girls? You understand?
Right.
You know?
Okay. Governing body suppressed personal apology from judge in question following incident 18 months ago.
You know?
Gymnastics Ireland suppressed a personal apology letter to a young gymnast whose treatment at a medal ceremony sparked international outrage.
See, international, you understand, meaning worldwide. The whole world is constantly watching how Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians are getting treated, man. When the last time you seen another nation get treated like how our people get treated? You understand? And that's sending off a signal that what? You can do whatever you want to do to these people. You know?
And have refused to acknowledge or tackle systemic racism in the sport, her family says.
So you mean to tell me, you understand, we in 2023, you understand, we done seen black gymnasts, you understand, we done seen Simone Biles, you understand, what are other black gymnastics, you understand? We done seen them all. And you mean to tell me that there's still racism in this sport? You understand, where mostly our people dominate this sport? We don't?
Video of the event in March 2022 showed the judge handing out participation medals to a line of young gymnasts.
Right.
But ignoring the only black girl.
But doing what?
But ignoring the only black girl.
But ignoring the only black girl. So here it is, you understand, obviously they won, you understand, they did the gymnastics, you understand, gymnastics. They won. Now they're handling
Gabby Douglas was the other
Gabby Douglas. You understand? One of the sisters that also dominates gymnastics, right? Now here it is. You have a group of young girls. You understand? This was the only black girl, and they handed out all medals. You understand? Because obviously they won. The team won. They're on the same team, right?
Right.
But yet, the little black girl is skipped, ignored. You know how humiliating that has to be? You understand? You know how hard that poor sister worked? Just like how the other rest of her teammates worked? But she was excluded, you understand? She was forgotten about. And we're going to go into the scriptures, and we're going to prove how the other nations despise us. Any more articles, sir? You understand? So this is playing right now, sir?
It's playing right now.
Right? Just look how. Just look at this sister. You understand?
Get it ready.
She's watching all the other girls get medals. You understand? She's smiling. She's happy for the others, her teammates, and she hoping to get. Look how she put her hands on her chest. You understand? Like, oh my God, I can't wait to get mine. She's waiting, she's hoping, and she's anticipating to get one. Look at the hope. She's smiling.
Yeah, she started giving up right there. She was like, hold on, something's not right.
Right. You understand?
And then if I curse you all,
come on, sir.
You can see this broad, this shameless dog, right?
Right.
That the Lord calls Satan in the Bible, right?
Right.
The personification of Satan and the devil, right? She's going over back to the black girl, pretending like she's going to give it to her,
right,
and then give it to another one,
right.
And also, she's teaching these younger white girls how to treat her.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And if I may, none of the other little girls are speaking that well. Why didn't she get a medal? Well, where's her medal at? We all received the medal, but where's my medal?
How did she get overlooked?
How did she get overlooked?
You understand? Going down the line?
And it's like she's looking and she's like, well, maybe they ran out of medals. Are they running out, or do they have any more? You understand? Oh man, you know, this is heartbreaking. And it's like, when is this going to end? I have some, this is never going to end. You understand? Until Christ comes back. Until we be separated. You understand? This is how your enemy's supposed to act towards you. You understand? If I may, sir, is there any more to read on that, or we just got the gist of it?
We just got the that's basically about it.
Come on, Consul. If I may, can I get Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1?
Yeah. Zephaniah 2, verse 1.
And if I may, Salakia, this is in Ireland, right?
Yeah.
A European nation, you understand? Listen, man, we are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So you have Israelites living in the UK, you understand, in Europe. However, the parents, you understand? How can I put it? Most likely she's in an all predominantly Caucasian school. You understand? I gotta be seasoned with my words. You understand? She's in a school full of oppressors. You understand? Outside in the world, you'll figure, well, oh, you know, maybe I want to get out. Maybe I want to go to a better neighborhood. I want to get away from the crime and the drugs. You understand? That's going on in my neighborhood. I understand that. You understand? But listen, when you went into the way of the oppressor, be expected to be treated like this, man. Right. You understand? I'd rather live in my own neighborhood. I'd rather live in a project. I'd rather live in the slums, ghettos, and the reservations and the barrios. Why? Because I could relate to my people. You understand?
Yeah.
So, should we blame her parents for that? For what occurred? Is she chasing what? The American dream? You understand? What else Julius used to say? Oh, I'm going to send my children to the all Caucasian school so they could rub elbows with the white boys.
Yeah, that's what they say.
You understand? And look how they treat us. No differently how we've been treated from the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. If I may, can we get Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1?
Zephaniah 2, verse 1.
God.
Gather yourselves together.
This is the Most High commanding all Israel to gather yourselves together. This is the commandment of the Lord. The Lord said, gather yourselves together. Why? Because we're not gathered, man. We're divided. How we're divided? We're divided by what? Christianity. We're divided by Islam. You understand? We're divided by Egyptology. You understand? Every man claims like he has knowledge of something and want to be an individualite. You understand? We're divided by the philosophies of this oppressor. So the Most High say, gather yourselves together. And how do you gather yourselves together? You understand? You have to gather, you have to come in the ISUBK under Commander General Yahanna. You understand? Where the Lord's priests are. That's the only way you can gather yourself together. Because what? You tried everything else and it failed. You tried the Black Panther Party, didn't you? Where's the Black Party Panther today? You understand? You tried Islam. You understand what's Islam going? What's Islam today? You got Farrakhan saying that he's a damn Christian. You understand? You done tried so many avenues. You protested. You marched. You understand? You threw a picket sign. You understand? Black Lives Matter. But yet we still getting the same results. So what's the solution? You understand? This is the solution when you gather yourselves together. What? Read on, sir.
Gather yourselves together. Yeah. Gather together. O nation not desired.
We got to gather together, man. We got to turn our back on America and their philosophies. Why? Because guess what, man? America turned their back on us a long time ago. We built this kingdom, you understand? We fed their children. We nursed their young. You understand? We worked hard, you understand, to build up this oppressive economic system. And this is still the same treatment that we get. To get spit in the face, you understand? To get hung, to get lynched, to get pepper sprayed and maced and unalived, getting shot in the back 7 times. Read that again, Bogus.
Gather yourselves together, yeah. Gather together, O nation not desired.
Oh, what?
O nation not desired.
We are not a nation not desired, man. You understand? You know what desire means? Desire to me to have a strong a wanting for, a like, a love. You understand? And we are not desired by the other nations. It's right here in the Bible. So this just eliminates what your Christian pastor teaches you about how what? We're supposed to love one another. Because obviously we're not showing love. We're not getting love by the hands of the other nations. This article and what this young sister just went through clearly shows you that we are a nation not desired. Now, had it been an Asian girl instead of that black girl,
Right.
or had it been a Arab or East Indian, they would have gotten the medal.
Right.
Please believe me, they would have gotten the medal. Because this sister right here, you understand what she's an Israelite, she didn't get the medal. Why? Because she's undesired. You understand? And she was probably the best one on her team too. You understand? Salaki, they didn't show the footage of them doing the gymnastics, but best to believe me, she was the best one. Can you read that again, Mama Show?
Yeah. Gather yourselves together. Yeah. Gather together. O nation not desired.
Yeah, we got to gather together. You understand? Us Black, Hispanic, and North American Indians, we got to set aside our differences. It's the philosophies that we're in that divides us. That doesn't make us get along with each other. You understand? We need one, like Yahushua, he's the what? The mentor, right? That's like how in the hood, right? You got a gang on the east side, right? Fighting with the gang on the west side, right? But you got an OG in the hood that been there, done that. He already knows the streets, you understand? He already been through the gangs, he's over it. So what he's doing now, he's gonna gather the gang from the west side and the east side to come together. You understand? And start telling them like, hey, listen, man, you gotta love each other, man. Set aside your differences. This is what the Most High given us, man. This is what Christ gave us. For us to set aside our differences, because we done walk through all manners of life. You understand? We've been through the games, we've been through the drugs, we've been through all the philosophies, you understand, of the oppressor. We've been there, done it. No solution. We still are oppressed. But we got to gather ourselves together as Israelites. You understand? Read on.
Before the decree bring forth.
Okay, you could drop that.
You know what I mean, right? This means before the decree brings forth World War III.
God. Salaki, if I may, you read.
Yeah. Before the decree bring forth.
Before the decree bring forth. Because, hey, listen, man, Christ is on his way. So what that's telling you that we got to get our act together, man. We got to turn our ways around. Stop following Christmas. Stop following New Year's. What we about to approach? What? Halloween?
Yeah.
Which is another pagan god that our people will be worshiping. You understand? Stop worshiping your birthday. You understand? We done that. If you seen the class yesterday with Captain Katazar, you understand? When he went over the scripture that the Most High will, that Christ will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire. You understand? What is the fire? You understand? The fire is following His law, statutes, commandments. Start with stop smoking cigarettes. Start with stop smoking weed. Start with stop eating pork, crab, lobster, and shrimp and getting shape-ups. You understand? Come into class, come into camp. Because we got to start turning our life around, man. Because we don't want to be destroyed with our oppressors. That will be an unglorious thing. When a black man is coming to save Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, but you don't make it, you're going to burn in this hell in America with the other oppressors? Read on, sir. Sure.
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff. That's like the bombs drop.
God.
And then everything, all the buildings and everything is blowing like the chaff.
Right.
Dry leaves in the wind.
God.
Right. Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the what?
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. You understand? And you don't want that anger to come upon you, man. You understand? The scripture says that it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. You understand? We out here being sinful like the other nations. When the scripture says that the Most High hateth the sinner, we're going to get into these scriptures. We also slap you.
God. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Any more?
We could drop that if I may.
Okay, good.
Let's go to Salakia if I may. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 19, verse 4.
Proverbs 19:4. Wealth maketh many friends.
Wealth what?
Wealth maketh many friends.
This is what wealth do. You understand? Wealth maketh many friends. You understand? Wealth will make you puffed up and look down on your people. You understand? Wealth will make you hate who you are. You understand? We poor, you understand? We living in the slums, we living in the ghettos. The rent is not paid on time. There's no food in the refrigerator. You got rats and roaches. You understand? You living in a gang neighborhood. No lights. You understand? You're going through a hardship, you're going through struggle. But when you look at the other nations and the wealth, you understand? You're gonna want to start to seek their wealth.
Right.
You understand? We gotta ask ourselves. You understand the mentality of our people when they leave. There's nothing wrong with living in a good condition in a good environment. But you got to question yourself when you leave, you understand, your people to go live amongst another people that don't love you. You understand? That's something that's going on right there. You understand? You seeking another man's wealth, just like how this young sister is going through. She's going through that. Why? Because her parents, you understand, is doing the same thing what these scriptures are saying. Read that from the top, Sister Lakia.
God. Wealth maketh many friends.
Wealth maketh many friends.
But the poor is separated from his neighbor.
But the poor is separated from his neighbor. Who is the neighbor? You understand? Who is the neighbor talking about? Are we talking about what? Your downstairs neighbor? What is the neighbor talking about? Your neighbor is talking about your fellow Israelites.
Yeah.
You understand? The one who's suffering just like you. The one who's going through oppression, you understand? Who's being their foot being put under the neck, you understand, from the oppressor. The same thing that your neighbor is going through is the same thing that you're going through. Can you read that book, Pusha, again?
Go, God. Wealth maketh many friends.
Wealth maketh many friends.
But the poor is separated from his neighbor.
But the poor is separated from his neighbor. You understand? And we've seen that so many times. You understand? Where you have other black people look down on black people. You understand why? Because of the poor, of the oppressed and the poor state that we're going through. And what does that sound like? Don't that sound like the Christian church? The Christian church is always looking down on the poor. Prime example, I ride the subway and I always see, you understand, when a brother or sister of our people is begging for change, the expression on other people's faces, like they're in disgust. You understand? Where you're living in the same neighborhood as we are. Any more on that, sir?
Not on topic.
Con, you could drop that. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 50. Salaki, if I may, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 50, to also prove that our people are not desired by the hands of these other nations.
God. Deuteronomy 28:50, a nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. If I may, can we jump up to the verse?
Let me get it at 8, all right?
Salakia?
Let me get the class at 8.
Con. If I may, can we go at verse 48? Start at verse 48.
God, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies. So Moses, he was talking to the Israelites. And now he's laying it down to us that if we don't follow these laws, statutes, commandments, you are going to be put in the hands of your enemies. Just like how we are put in the hands of our enemies to be treated like how we just seen this young sister getting treated. You understand? Read on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Which the Lord shall send against thee. The Most High God uses the other nations as a whipping stick. Yeah. That's how the Most High God punishes Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. His children for being disobedient. He used the other nations to oppress us. Just like how if you have children, what are you going to do? You understand? The Most High said, what? Spare not the rod. You understand? You're going to punish a child. You understand? You might give your child a couple of lashes. Why? Because you're the child's father. You're the child's parent. So what? You're going to discipline that child. But this is how the Most High God disciplines us, by using the other nations to oppress us. Read on.
In hunger and in thirst.
In what?
In hunger and in thirst.
And in hunger and in thirst. Why? Because you have no land. You have no we have no land. We have no businesses. You understand? So now what? We're going to have to go to the other nations and hunger. So when we hungry, what do? We have to go to the Korean store to buy some what? Some fruit. You got to go to the Chinese to buy some chicken and rice. You understand? What does the Asians know about chicken and rice?
Right.
You got to go to the Arabs to get what? Fried chicken. What do they know about fried chicken? Read on.
And in want of all things.
And in want of all things. Anything you want, you would have to go to the other nations. Listen, we have no businesses, right? On Harlem 125th Street, where are all the black businesses at? But yet, if you want to sell if our people want to sell their merchandise, that's what they gotta do. They have to go and get a vendor's license. So now they gotta go to City Hall, right, to get a vendor's license in order to sell their merchandise on the streets. Wherefore, if we would have served the Lord, we could have had our own businesses. So in want of all things is meaning that what is that talking about? That's talking about what? That the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. You understand? He controls this world. He's ruling this world. Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he shall put what?
A yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he's going to put a yoke of iron upon your neck. And this has happened during slavery. You understand? When he put a metal steel plate of iron upon your neck, usually for purposes of not escaping. You understand? Which, when you read the history of that yoke of iron, it also crippled you because of the weight around your neck. Read on.
God. Until he have destroyed thee.
Until you have what?
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he have destroyed thee, meaning until he broke you down. You understand? Until you got that rebelliousness out of you, like how so many of us had when we first went into slavery and captivity. You understand? So many of us wanted to run away. You understand? We was disobedient. Read on.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar.
The Lord shall bring thee a nation against thee from far. What's that? What is that nation? That's talking about the nation of Edom. Because remember, we was after we fled the Jerusalem in 70 AD, we went to the west coast of Africa, right? Where we built up empires like Timbuktu, Mali, and Ghana. You understand? We was the life of West Africa. Black people, right? Until the time to prophecy came, where now we had to what? We were sold into slavery and we went to the Americas. Read on.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
As what?
As swift as the eagle flieth.
As swift as the eagle flieth. You understand? And that eagle represents something. You understand? Because when you read in Obadiah, it tells you that what? Our oppressor exalt himself like the eagle. You understand? And oppress, how can I put it? And being oppressed by being in captivity by our oppressor, he tends to use the eagle as his emblem, right? Like how when you go to the judge, what do you see? You see an eagle, right?
Right.
You go to the post office, you see an eagle. On the side of the mailbox, there's what? An eagle.
Right.
You flip the quarter, you flip the dollar, there's what? An eagle. You understand? And guess who also used the eagle? You understand? Alexander the Greek. You understand? Hitler.
Rome.
Greece used the jaguar, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Khan.
I'm not sure.
Khan.
I know the scripture says something about a leopard or something like that.
Yeah.
Khan. Right.
Because he wore the leopard hat.
Right.
Yeah.
Khan.
I know Albania.
Right.
Their flag is a big red flag with a black eagle on it.
Right.
Big.
Right.
Yeah.
Even Hitler, you understand, he had the eagle on his emblem also. Read on, folks. Sure.
God. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Why is that? Because at this time we were speaking Hebrew. Read on.
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of what?
This is verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. Let's look up that word countenance. What does that mean? Very important we know what these words mean. Continence. Continence, a person's face or facial expression, features, profile, look, appearance, aspect, mug. So basically, what that means is that the mannerism of this people would be cruel to the Lord's people. You understand? A nation with fierce countenance. You understand? They act fiercely towards Mapasa.
No, so like if I make this, I remember that they posted the face of Trump when he got his mug shot. I think that. I think we all saw that.
Right.
Beard counts as it.
Right.
You look criminal.
Right.
Really criminal.
Right. You understand?
I could also.
Constant.
This right here is the flag of the Roman Senate.
God.
Right, so this was the flag that Romans would fly.
Right. Understand Christ, the one. God. Read that again, Bible, because you're a people with fierce.
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance, meaning that they're not going to desire you, man. You understand? They're going to destroy you. They're going to break you. You understand? They are going to put you in hell. They're going to put you in captivity. They are going to unalive you. They're going to torture you. They're going to sell your children. Read on.
God. We shall not regard the person of old.
We shall not regard the person of old. Who remembers Eleanor Bumpers up in the Bronx? You understand? That elderly sister, you understand? Who the law enforcement shot dead because they knocked on her door, you understand? And she was afraid. I believe she pulled out a butter knife and they unalived her.
Oh, Deborah Denham. The old sister. The cops came in, kicked in her door.
That might be another situation, sir.
In the Bronx?
Because this particular sister name was Eleanor Bumpers.
Oh, my bad. Stop.
But there were multiple situations as you're speaking.
God, I didn't know you said the name. My bad.
God. You understand? There's been many situations of that. You understand? Law enforcement has the wrong apartment.
Yeah.
They're not going to elderly. They're afraid. They're alone. They're trying to defend themselves. But what does the law enforcement do? You understand? They show their true nation, a nation of fierce countenance. We don't.
God. We shall not regard the person of the old.
We shall not regard the person of the old.
Nor shew favor to the young.
Nor shew favor to the young.
That's right.
You understand? And you think age matters to the oppressor? No, age does not matter. You understand? Look how they just treated the sister here in Ireland. You understand? They ain't show favor to her. All the other girls got a medal except this sister. You understand? You know you know how traumatized she's going to be? Will she even want to ever perform again? Will she even want to? She probably don't even want to risk getting embarrassed.
Yeah.
Salaki, sir. If I may.
Oh, sorry. 808.
Come.
Oh, sure.
And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Precinct Officer Hazaha. Clap it up.
That's what it's called.
The oppressor, what we saw right there was a good example of the oppressor not changing. Christians always say that the oppressor will change one day and things are getting better and we're in new times, right? And as we've seen, Sha'ar showed us the video, that's a lie, right? Things are not going to get better with the oppressor. Things are not going to get okay. This is not a move towards progress. They were doing that in the 60s, man. All right, so nothing ain't new, nothing ain't changed. It's the same old devil, right? And just like the Lord said, you can't change the stripes on a tiger. Paraphrasing, he did not say that, but he said something towards the like of that. You cannot change a leopard's spots.
Right.
Okay. If you can bring me back up to 48 again, right quick, because Sha'ar was putting some heavy scriptures, man. You know what I mean? Give me back to verse 48 right quick.
48.
Yeah, because we live this in New York. All right, read from the top right there, Bubble Shaw.
Come on, God, verse 4.
Let me have the brothers in here read Bubble Shaw. Right. Let me have my partners. You get that ready. Right. You got that scripture right there. Read it nice and loud for me, Bubble Shaw.
Deuteronomy 48.
20.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 48.
Go ahead, please.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
So that's what we do when you get a job in New York. When you get a job in New York, your job is owned by your enemy. And the Lord calls him your enemy. Hold on. Get me, if my brother, if you can get me First Ezra 8, and is it 85? 8 and 85? Check that for me right quick, right? 8 and 85. Right, before we continue with this one right here, right? Number one, this Bible is heavy. Right, this Bible is a book that holds weight. You see what I'm saying? You want guidance in life, don't be looking for no 48 laws of power. No,
Right.
garbage like that.
Right.
Because you're reading Sun Tzu, you know what I mean? All you do is end up in jail and dead. Right? They read 48 laws of power and Sun Tzu. What do they go do? Sell drugs.
Right.
Talking about they gonna get money and get rich, or they go become some scammer, or they go try to go through a job and they gotta break rules because they've done pressed in this ambition to get more money.
Right.
And I get up every morning and I say, I'm gonna make more money. I imagine myself a millionaire. Get up at 12 o'clock noon. I imagine myself a millionaire. And they say 20 times before they go to bed. What do? Sell crack.
Right.
Dumb as garbage. so silly, so dumb. You see what I'm saying? There's a curse on us from the Lord.
Right.
Because we eat pork and do birthdays and do Christmas.
Right.
And you leave your woman. That the Lord stops you from what you desire in prosperity. Brothers are right quick.
Salaki, sir. Actually, that's what Polite tried to do.
That's what Polite tried to
That's
do.
exactly what he's trying to do.
That's exactly what he's trying to
The
do.
secret or the 48 laws to, you know what I'm saying, put himself in the environment that the charges was dropped. That's what he did, that metaphysics thing.
Right. Polite into that garbage. And here's the other thing too. Polite got rich. If we acknowledge him as a Hamite, but if you want to use him as an example, he got rich and he did not fix his child molestation thing in his head. Meaning, you get rich, you're gonna do the same thing that you would do when you was poor. Like making you rich doesn't change you, right? You're gonna become an NBA player, and you're gonna overdose on crack, or
Right.
whatever your thing was, you're gonna do that thing. It's gonna kill you. Like drug dealers ain't living nice and lavish. Who could say you know a drug dealer that lives older than 70 years old? Older than 70. You know, he got rich, he went to jail, came out, and he lives past 70. They get that drug money, man. You know, they eat lobster every Sunday. If they're a so-called good person after they gave up the drugs or whatever, they got a whole lot of money. They eat lobster every Sunday, and they go out every day and they eat crab and shrimp, things that they consider rich food. Your guts is all messed up, man. You die at 60, man. The wages of sin is death. That's what you do, man. It's dumb and silly. That's not what life is about. All right? Read it for me right there, right quick. Hold on. While we're on the topic, another scripture I go right with that, man. I think it's Deuteronomy. Put your finger right there, Thomas, right? And get Deuteronomy 18 and 8.
Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 8.
That's not it. Hold on. I don't know if it's 8 and 18. Hold on. 8 and 18. Salakia. Okay.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 8.
8 verse 18.
8 verse 18.
There we go.
Okay. But thou shalt remember the Most High thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth.
There we go. And you don't want to know why black people are poor? because of all of this Christianity, and with all of this Islam, and all of this taking a carpet in the middle of the street and slamming your black head on the ground, talking about you worshiping some God in Mecca, or you praying to the east, to Mecca, to Allah, right? You're poor because in doing all of that, God said you forgot him. Meaning what? You do all of that. You go to church every Sunday. You sing praises to the Lord and we love you, Jesus. God is saying in doing all of that, you forgot him. Meaning what? When you do all of that church stuff, you ain't praying to God. God don't recognize that as you praying to him,
Right.
according to the Bible. According to the Bible. Right? Read from the top again.
Verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
But thou shalt remember the Most High thy God,
Mm-hmm.
for it is He
For it is he
that giveth thee power
that
to
giveth
get wealth.
thee power, giveth thee ability to do what?
To get wealth.
To get what?
To get wealth.
And selling cocaine is not wealth. Right?
Right.
You might get money, you might get rich, but we don't have a thriving economy amongst us, which is what wealth is. Wealth is having a thriving economy. Meaning my light bulbs and my paint on the wall and the carpet all come from us. The chairs and the computers and the plugs and the outlets and the phone chargers all come from us. And I sell to you, and I gotta buy your lettuce. I gotta buy your chicken. I gotta buy your rice. And then you come back and you buy my tables, and you buy my windows, and you buy my fire hydrants. And I come back and I buy your water cooler. I buy your water. I buy your chess pieces. I buy your TVs, and I buy your children's toys. And in turn, you buy my sweater and you buy my jeans. And now you imagine each one of those things being sold en masse in wholesale by another brother. That's where we become wealthy. That's where we have wealth. You selling cocaine, man. You know you get what, $100 million, and you go buy 100,000 Mercedes Benzes. That's not wealth for you. That's wealth for the Germans who sold you the Benz, right? The Lord aided him in getting wealthy in your demise because you didn't remember the Lord. If you remember the Lord would have told you that a witch shall not, you should not suffer a witch to live.
Right.
A witch is the drug dealer. We're not, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not wealthy because we have drug dealers. We have strippers. Drug dealers making money, strippers making money. Who else making money? Scammers making money. Right? What of a crime are we doing that makes money? The thing that we do to make money is what makes us poor.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It teaches all the young men to just aspire one day I must sell crack like 50 cents.
Right.
All you do is get unalive, you fill the jail cells, you take away the hands to make power, the hands to make wealth, and you put them all behind bars. The hand that could have been your strong hand in security and power and security and soldiers, you put them behind bars. Bubble Shop, please. Right? You take away our power because we sell crack, because we're scammers. And we want to unalive our fellow brother, fellow black and Latino brother.
Right.
You took away our wealth. You took away our security. You took away our warriors, our defense. You see what I'm saying? The men that would take it to the street and block certain things from happening in the street. Would have blocked someone from setting up business in your neighborhood. Men that would have rioted against, well, not riot. I'm not saying we should riot now. We don't believe in rioting, but there are men in the street that would riot against certain injustices in the street. Right. You call those the street brothers. There was one time in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, right there, a Jewish man ran over a young black kid and a young black girl in Crown Heights. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
And the Jewish ambulance came and looked after the man that hit the kids and left the kid on the ground. Well, who took up the fight in the street? Who went to chant after the injustice? It wasn't brothers that were stuck at their jobs now. It wasn't brothers stuck at their jobs. It was brothers that were free, that had the freedom and time to go in the street and chant and protest and stomp all over the ground and block the traffic. That's who you need. That's where power is made. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on now. Any more there? We got that. We got the point of that, right? Go. You want to say something about this up?
Like, if I could use the back, I left it highlighted, if you could take it.
Oh, Bubba Shop, take that for me in Bubba Shop, please, right? Take for my brother, Dominican brother right here. Big up to the tribe of Simeon.
That's right.
Right? Big up to the Dominicans. Right? Big up to Puerto Ricans. Big up to all the 12 tribes, all right? Okay?
1 Esdras 8, chapter 85.
Yeah.
Verse 85.
Come.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
What did the God say? Say it again.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with
God
them.
said who?
Never seek to have peace with them.
Never seek to have peace with them? Are you sure? That's in the Bible? Thomas, are you for real?
Never seek to have peace with them.
Where are you reading?
Never seek to have peace with
We're
them.
reading the book of First Esdras. Never seek to have peace with them. Now, do Christians believe that? Do Christians say that? Do Christians say that the Bible says never seek to have peace with the people that oppress you? Because I see Christians sing a different tune. Christians say, God loves everybody, for God so loved the world. That don't line up with this.
Right.
Meaning somebody must not understand the scriptures, because the scripture says,
Never seek to have peace with them.
that's what God said in the Bible. This is in the Bible, man. The Holy Bible, the Holy Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Santa Biblia. This is Ezra talking, man. The time of Ezra and Nehemiah. Keep reading.
That ye may be strong.
Hold on. God even goes on further to say, here's why you should not seek to have peace with your enemy. Talking about the people because it's slavery is allowed, Shalpa, right?
Say again?
Slavery is allowed? Slavery.
Yeah, slavery,
Slavery.
captivity, oppression.
Captivity. The people who put us in captivity, who oppressed us. Right? It's gone? No problem. We'll get it from here, all right? 8 and 85. Right? Right? 8 and 85. And just read it from the screen for me, Thomas, right? Oh, you got a pocket over there. There you go, man. You got these pages. You got to mark these pages, man. Because, of course, the religion that has Halloween and Christmas, which are both coming up, they don't believe this thing right here.
Right.
Yeah, people never heard this before. Like, this is God's word in the Bible, and this is what he said that we forgot. Because we didn't remember the Lord, so he did not give us the power to get wealth. Because the power to get wealth means believing this.
That's right.
Read.
That ye may be strong.
That you may be what?
That ye may be strong.
That we may be strong.
Right.
What does that mean? If you don't make peace with them, their Starbucks don't
Right.
come in your neighborhood. Meaning what? They don't sell you coffee, you sell them coffee.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They didn't seek to make peace with you. They didn't say, you know what? Black people, we see you're allowing our white business to flourish in your neighborhood. You know what we're going to do? We're going to have our white business on one side, and we're going to give you half of the other business in your other half, right? So we both maintain peace. That's not what they did against you.
Right.
They didn't seek to have peace with you. That's why they're strong. That's why they're strong. Because they were so merciless with Black and Latino people. They took their Target and their Whole Foods and their coffee shops and their burger spots and their fried chicken spots in your neighborhood. They're strong. They're wealthy. Because they did what you should have did.
Right.
What you should have did was be just as cold and heartless and merciless against them as they are with you.
Right.
That's what you should have did. You should have never gave up your corners for some Starbucks, coffee and milk. It's a joke. Like we can't mix coffee and milk at home and sell it. You know what I mean? Like we can't make fried chicken and pour extra salt on there, like what Popeyes do. Put extra salt on it.
Right.
We can't buy what's that thing they put in the Popeyes chicken? Whatever it is that make you addicted. We can't just buy the thing that make you addicted and sell a chicken burger.
Right.
MSG. We can't. MSG is not for sale anymore. MSG is not illegal. You can buy MSG.
Right.
You can go there and buy and make your own addictive fried chicken.
Right.
but because we want peace with them, and see, God love everybody. We want the Indians and everybody to be there. Harlem welcomes anybody.
Right.
We welcome everybody in Harlem. That's why you failed. That's why your children they're born with nothing, become teenagers that have nothing, and they want something. What are they gonna do? Sell crack.
Right.
Go be a scammer. Go steal it. You know they're shutting on Target over here. The Target by 116th Street, they're shutting it down
Right.
permanently.
Huh.
Yeah, because number one, we don't got no money to buy in there,
Right.
and the only reason why we go in there is to get the things that we can't afford. Meaning what? You steal it.
Right. Right.
That's the only reason it's even sitting there. Meaning what? That's not making no money. So you know. Meanwhile, we could have sold a Target. You don't gotta be a Target. We could have had Bullseye Superstore, Bullseye. Black and Latino store, Bullseye. We sell everything.
Right.
Vacuums and carpets and whatever. But we gave it up. Your Christian leaders gave it up, loving everybody. Gave over the Harlem to gentrification. Keep
Right.
reading.
And eat the good things of the land.
And what did God say? And eat.
The good things of the land.
Meaning, and that's what we just expressed. And God is expressing that. This is how you eat the good things of the land. What does that mean to eat the good things of the land? Who knows? What does it mean to eat the good things of the land, Thomas? Just name a good thing that any land can produce. Just anything, whatever comes to your mind.
Fruits.
Hmm?
Fruits.
That's the whole idea. The land,
Right.
you plant the seed, it grows a tree, it bears fruit. So what else is in the ground? Iron is in the ground, and copper. And you can grow that copper into all these wires that circulate through New York. And you can sell those wires.
Right.
You call them, what do you call these? You call them a cord. You call them, electric cords. But we don't eat the good of the land.
Right.
We don't eat off the copper of the land. We buy it from them. You see what I'm saying? Do you know that you're Puerto Rican, right? Do you know that the Puerto Rican invented this right here? This. The television. Yeah, Puerto Ricans invented the television.
Right.
You think white people made that? White people that black, yeah. Sure, what's the oppressor?
Huh.
The oppressor didn't have these before they enslaved the Puerto Ricans. Before Puerto Rico was a U.S. territory, and oppressors didn't have this. You see what I'm saying? Puerto Ricans, through their ingenuity,
Right.
looking at the technology available, piece this together. Right? If we were strong, every single Puerto Rican family somehow would have eaten off of this. What country can you go to and not find a TV? So that you may be strong and eat the good of the land. Right? Whatever you was eating in Puerto Rico, maybe. What's the food you have? What's the Puerto Rican food? A shark. Your mom's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Them some Puerto Rican food, y'all. Come on.
Arroz y condules.
Can I say it again?
Arroz y condules.
Arroz y condules. Go on, Patizan. Mofongo. You know Puerto Rican foods?
Lanterns.
Plantanos.
That's the same.
You see what I'm saying? You eat the plantanos, you eat the arroz y say it again, Sean Kwan.
Condules.
Condules. You eat those things, and what do you produce? TVs.
Right.
To go sell to the world. But because we were not strong, and Puerto Ricans believe in loving your oppressor and being one with America and being one with the oppressor, no problem. America sells the TV for you. Right? He makes the riches off the thing that you could have made the riches of. Okay? Keep reading.
And that ye may leave the inheritance.
That you may do what?
And that ye may leave the inheritance.
That you may do what?
That ye may leave the inheritance.
That you may leave the inheritance, meaning all the money that you would have made of TVs as the Puerto Ricans that invented TVs as Puerto Ricans. You would have left you would have been able to leave the inheritance for who?
Of the land unto your children.
Unto your what?
unto your children.
That's these Puerto Rican brothers in Harlem all around here. All these Puerto Rican brothers in Bronx around here. Fat Joe would have never been a rapper.
Right.
He would have never been Fat Joe. He would have been a fat salesman
Right.
who made billions off of TV.
Merchant.
The Fat Joe the merchant. He would have been Fat Joe. He would have been Fatter Joe. He would have been so fat.
Gordito Jorge.
Say it again.
Gordito Jorge.
Gordito Jorge. What's Jorge? George?
Joe.
Oh, Joe. Okay. Gordito Jorge. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know, Fat Joe would have had a palace.
Right.
He doesn't have a palace, but he's a rapper, so he only has a big house. If we stuck to each other, we would have palaces. Come on, man, it's a joke. See, that's why young black kids gotta sell crack, because we did not hold the vehicle unto us.
Right. We
We did not hold the train. You know, black people made the train. The train, the engine, the combustion engine, the Jenny coupler, the carts, the train carts. Where was the train before they had black people in captivity in America?
Right.
What country? Let me know.
Or the steamboat.
Oh, the steamboat. Come on now. They didn't carry us over here no steamboat. The steamboat was made after they dragged us here. You see what I'm saying? They dragged us over here, and now here we got steamboats.
Right.
Now they got ships that got engines and that, you know, Norwegian cruise, Caribbean cruise lines, and all kind of stuff. Carnival. You know what I mean? The Eurostar in France. Because our people have been sellouts through this Christianity garbage. Keep reading. Any more there? Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Right quick for 1 second, because Sha'ar brought out something heavy. All right? This is the thing that we don't have in Harlem. Deuteronomy 20 and 48. You got that, Thomas?
Deuteronomy 28:48.
Yeah.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
That's what we do. So instead of being the owners of the train and the airplane and the helicopter, by the way, those helicopters was made from looking at the pictures of the Mayans. The Mayans made some inventions. Was the Mayans or the Incas, Ashar? They got the picture. They had a helicopter on a picture with a Latino man. Long before Columbus came, with a Latino man flying a helicopter that he kicked with a pedal, and he flies it.
It's one of those three.
You see what I'm saying? And the oppressor got to look at that and make the helicopter after the Latinos' inventions.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? After the Latinos' inventions. Keep reading.
Which the Most High shall send against thee.
But instead of owning and selling helicopters and planes and airplanes and TDs, we go work for McDonald's and Ready, Willing, and Able. And, you know, we're their garbage men. You know, what else do we do? We're their cops. You know, we secure their riches. We clean their garbage in their city. New York is their city. Go ahead, Charlotte Park.
We're still their nursing mothers.
We're still their nursing mothers. We're their nurses.
And nannies.
And nannies. In their hospitals, in their nursing homes. You're telling me with all the money we spend on Christmas, we can't afford our own nursing homes? Our own hospitals? Something ain't right.
Right.
So it sounded like we gave our love away. We gave our wealth away in that love. We gave our riches away in that love. We gave the inheritance for our children to not sell crack in that love. Keep reading.
In hunger.
In what?
In hunger.
Why in hunger? Because you don't got your own food stores. You got their food stores, and you can't afford their eggs. You can't afford their eggs, and next thing you know, you won't afford their chicken, and you can't afford all the milk is garbage now. You all gotta buy the big box now. We call them
Family size?
huh?
Family size box?
Yeah, you know the box is the silk milk. Yeah, the other milk, the gallon milk we used to drink, those is garbage now. Those give you belly aches. Everyone is getting the expensive one in the boxes now, because that's the only thing that you know that you can drink. You know, that doesn't affect your lactate free milk and all these special milks they're making extra added vitamin C and all that in there. It's the, you know, the blue carton ones, the one in the blue carton, the one in the red cartons.
Right.
Yeah, those are special milk now. Meaning what? They control milk. They control the price of milk, and you have no, and you are at the mercy of their prices. In hunger and in thirst. Keep reading.
And in thirst.
Uh-huh.
And in nakedness.
And when you want clothes, you gotta go to them. Even though you are the most amazing fashionist in all of the world. Fringes and studs. You ever seen black and Latino people in the 80s, man? You know what I mean? In the 70s, I mean, you know, we have black and Latino style.
Right.
Come on, man. You know what I mean? Now we all gotta wear H&M. Oh my gosh, boring H&M.
Right.
Boy, what's the other one we gotta wear? Target clothes. We all gotta wear Target clothes. Oh my god, boring. Right? And what do you call them? The pants with the pocket on the side. What do you call them again? Slacks.
Go on.
That's because they do that. You know what I mean? Now we know forking over more money to them, no money for yourself. And what else?
And in want of all things.
And in want and every other thing. The PlayStation 5, instead of having the black station or the brown station, now you got their PlayStation, you got their, instead of having the black box or the Hispanic box, now you gotta have their Xbox.
Right.
You gotta have their Microsoft. You gotta have their Google. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what I mean? Give me down to give me the next verse too, right quick, right? We're gonna run through these, right? Verse 49.
Verse 49.
I know Shaw went over this. There's just another point I wanted to add to this, Shaw, right? Keep reading.
The Most High shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So now if you're a black man, right, and you was in Africa, here's some person coming from the other end of the earth, from the north, come to carry to the Americas. If you're a Latino man, you're in Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, Hispaniola, and here comes some devil who comes from far away on some ship, calling himself a conquistador. From what? Keep it in.
From the end of the earth.
From the what?
From the end of
Meaning,
the earth.
you're looking at the ocean. You're looking at the Atlantic Ocean. And you've seen every morning for the past thousands of years, right? Well, not thousands, but just about 2,000 years. For the past 2,000 years, because Latinos got to this land over here in 700 BC, right?
Right.
722 BC to be exact, right? For the past 2,000 and odd years, all you've seen in the morning from the sea was the sun come up from that side over there. You see the sea, you see the horizon, and you see this where the sky meets the sea. And you never think that there's anything over there. You heard it, you heard the rumor that your people are from this other side of the earth. But you've never seen anything over there. And one day you see a sail, and you say, oh my God, wow, look, there's a ship and a sail coming from the end of the earth. And you welcome them and you greet them, and now you speak Spanish.
Right.
And whatever thing you make, they eat of. You don't eat of. Okay? Keep reading.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
Uh-huh. We
A
went over
nation-
that. Shaw went over that already. Keep reading.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And when they came, you didn't understand their Spanish.
Right.
You didn't speak no Spanish. You spoke Borinquen. Oh, say it again.
English.
No, you didn't speak English when they came. English. When they came with that English, your people didn't know what the hell they were saying.
Right.
You had to start with banana. This banana. This water. That's how you started. This tree.
Right.
And then you tell them back in your language, we call this not a tree. We call this not a water. We call this not an ocean.
Right.
And they're teaching you this is a stone. This is a branch of a tree. This is a shoe. And you're sharing your language because you didn't understand their language. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So give me down to 51. Is it 51? Scroll down there, let me see.
Verse 51.
Uh-huh.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle.
And he eats the fruit of your cattle. Keep reading.
And the fruit of thy land.
So when you have the cows in America as a native Indian, right? That was supposed to be your food. Now it's his food. Now it's Tyson's burgers. It's no longer the native Indian's beef. It's not Tyson's beef. Tyson's burgers. You see what I'm saying? That's McDonald's cows now. All of your native Indian cows, they got McDonald's in Puerto Rico. You see what I'm saying? Your cows don't go to you. Your cow goes to McDonald's in Puerto Rico. You see what I'm saying? Your cows go to the burgers in the hotels that send the steak in San Juan.
Right.
Right? Whatever, a person got a hotel in Santo Domingo. Right? Any more there? Keep reading.
Until thou be destroyed.
Until that be what?
Destroyed.
Until you got nothing left, you just poor and you strung out on the street on crack.
Right.
That's what it means to be destroyed. When you're on crack, you destroyed. You know what I mean? You in jail. You're in jail for life because you tried to make a living off of the only means to have some money, which is something illegal that he gave you. You're destroyed. You're in jail. You lost your mind. You're mad. You're in some hole in the bottom of the ground in Attica, New York, upstate somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Destroyed. All right. Give me that one back. Oh, give me that next verse right there. 252.
Verse 52. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates.
He shall besiege thee in all thy gates. That's how Puerto Rico became a U.S. territory. All right. Keep reading.
Until thy high and fenced walls come down.
Till all of your high and fenced walls that protect your neighborhood and your wealth in your neighborhood. Right? He took all those fences down, so now his business is now in your neighborhood. He gets rich off of you. Okay? Give me back to the scripture you had earlier, Shaw. That one was heavy too.
Come on,
It was 19 and 4, something like that. Proverbs 19 and 4.
Come on, sir.
Okay. Also, Thomas, give me Job 12 and 6. There we go. There we go. Verse 4. Go ahead. Mind you, this one right here, Proverbs. Right? I know Sha'ab had a heavy breakdown about this, right? I just wanted to add about our living in New York City. We live this in New York City right here.
Come on.
Read this, Bubba Sha'ab.
Come on, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 4. Well, maketh many friends.
If you're in New York and you're a black and Latino, you have to be some money. You got to have some money. You become a politician, or you have some resource, or you have the control of wealth in New York. You make many friends here, but they're not really your friends. You see what I'm saying? They look like your friends. They come up to you. They're smiling. They say, "Hi, good morning, Mr. Rodriguez. Good morning, Mr. Diaz." They want to be a friend now because, you know, you might get a little money from having a coffee store in the Bronx. Having what's that coffee store that the Dominicans got all over Bronx and New Jersey? Big with an M.
Right.
But Patita, you must know this, man. Come on, man. Is it Mamacitas? Don't worry. All the drug dealers use this as they cover up, and they be washing money through these spots in the Bronx and New Jersey since forever. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. But you know, there are spots that we have, and we might make a little money. You might become a rapper. You might become 50 Cent, and you might make friends in New York. You might make white friends, and be surrounded with white friends. Keep reading.
Come on, But the poor is separated from his neighbor.
But when you was poor, these people don't want to see you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And this goes for all people. The Bible is the book of mankind.
Right.
This is the manual book for all life for men. Right? You know why poor white people come to your black and Latino neighborhood to beg for money? Because he's poor. His white neighbors don't want to see him. His white neighbors don't want him begging them for money. So you come to your neighborhood where you accept them. And you see a poor white man on the street. What do? You give him your business ideas. You ever seen that before? I've seen crazy stuff like that in New York. Black people, they see a poor, broken down white man in your black and Latino neighborhood, and you're telling him ideas of how to get on his feet. Right. But you don't do that for the poor black brother and poor black Latino brother in your neighborhood. That's how I know there's something wrong here, man. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading. Read it again.
Come on, Verse 4. Wealth maketh many friends, but the poor is separated from his neighbor.
Are you rich? Thomas, are you rich?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Did your neighbor say good morning to you this morning? The neighbor that lives next door to you on the right.
No.
Oh, well, there you go. You can see why. The poor is separated from his neighbor, but you're poor, right? The neighbor to the left of me and to the right of me, and upstairs and below, they don't say hi to me either.
Right.
And when I run out of eggs, I can't ask them to lend me an egg
Right.
or to lend me a cup of a spoon of sugar for my tea in the morning. The poor is separated from his neighbor. The poor hate each other.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And who made us poor? Who did the Lord say you're gonna eat of our fruit? Because then if I don't quote the Bible, they're gonna say, oh, it's a victim mentality. But the Bible has said there's another man who has oppressed you and has besieged you in all of your gates and your high fence walls, who came from the other end of the earth, and he eats of your cows, and he eats of your fruits of the land, and he makes sure that you leave no inheritance for your children. Now, is that a victim mentality, or is that God's words in the Bible? That's why we're poor. You see what I'm saying? And then it said, God set these people against us because of our sins, because of our crimes against God, because of how we violated God in the things that we do, not knowing that they're violations because of church. Rashagapon.
So are you telling me that the reason why we hate each other is because we sinned against God?
Yes.
So we just started to love each other, we can be looked at as good in the eyes of God?
Absolutely. And that's all we need. People always say, yeah, black people, we gotta come together. Why can't black people get together? Why can't Latino people come together? Because you don't obey God. God gave you a brother to love, and he gave you a man to not love,
Right.
to never make peace with, to never
Right.
seek their peace. And you disobeyed that. You said you don't wanna make peace with your poor neighbor next door. You wanna admire the wealth. You wanna be his friend. Wealth make him many friends. He's wealthy. You wanna be his friend. Because you want to be his friend, you're poor. Because you want to love him. Give me Job 12:6 to see if this is victim mentality. Who got Job 12:6? You got it? Please, Thomas, read. Bubba was shot.
Job chapter 12, verse 6.
Mhm.
The tabernacles of robbers.
Tabernacle means chief house. Right? The White House is a tabernacle. It's a chief house. Wall Street, chief houses. You see what I'm saying? Governments of these oppressors, chief houses. Read it again.
The tabernacles of robbers prosper.
God said the tabernacles of robbers prosper. So is that victim mentality? I see why you're wealthy. You're wealthy because God said the tabernacles of robbers prosper, meaning you have wealth that don't belong to you.
Right.
Any more there?
And they that provoke the Most High are
And they that
secure.
provoke God are what?
And they that provoke the Most High are secure.
And they that provoke the Most High secure, meaning our oppressor, he doesn't worship our God. He worships some statue, something. He worships that thing right there. Look at that thing right there. We got pictures in here, Shaw.
Right.
We got cam signs. Turn the camera to that cam sign right there. Look at that thing right there. That thing is not Jesus Christ. That is not Jesus Christ. That is not the Son of God. You see what I'm saying? That is an enemy of God. That's what they call an idol.
That's right.
And they make that thing as what? An heavenly image. The Lord has rules against making images for things that are heavenly. Up in the sky or on the sea, God says, you shall make no images of things above heaven and under the sea, likened to gods. Because there's no God beside him, and there's no power but him. And our oppressor, they make the people that God loves worship and serve that thing. You provoke the Most High.
Right.
And they that provoke the Most High are secure. They're rich. The tabernacles of robbers prosper. Back to me, Sha'ar.
Come on, Constance.
Any more there, Thomas?
Into whose hand the Most High bringeth abundantly.
Right, and God made them rich. All things are done by the Lord. God made us poor. We have poverty in abundance. That's what we have. From New York, the Bronx in New York, to Trenton, New Jersey, Camden, to West Philadelphia, to Compton, to San Juan, to Kingston, Jamaica, to the favelas of Brazil, to Colombia, to the hoods of Guayaquil and Quito, right? We are poor, right? For them in Greenwich, Connecticut, and Wall Street, and Livingston, New Jersey, they are rich.
Right.
And God gave them those riches because we failed God. Read.
Verse 7. But ask now the beast, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee.
Mhm.
Verse 8.
Let me see verse 9, Shaw.
Roll call.
Hold on 1 second. Keep reading. Keep reading. Keep reading. Thomas.
Verse 8. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea
Right.
shall declare unto thee.
Right. All these things are being done wrong by these oppressors. The beast, right? Meaning the lion. He's wondering, why am I in a cage? God didn't make me to be in a cage. The fowl of the air, they getting shot down for sports.
Right.
They wonder why are they shooting me? Right? The earth is asking, why am I polluted? Why is my ozone layer broken up? Why is all of my ice caps in the north melting? Why is my sea polluted? Keep reading. And the fish is saying, why is the sea polluted? The dolphin is saying, why do I have to beach myself? Why do I have to breathe in water and then I'm trying to get out of the water onto the land to breathe? Anyways, drop that, right? Let me get Psalms 140 verse 8. Right, Psalms 140 verse 8.
Oh God.
Right? I want the part 2 about the Thomas is gonna get that one, right? Shaul, I want you to get me the one where iron rusteth.
Roll call.
Right? So here we do know about the black girl from Ireland, the gymnast, right? We know that her parents love the oppressor. They love the oppressor so much they was like, you know what? I'm gonna move to Ireland. I'm moving. I don't want to move to Compton. I'm not moving to Compton. I'm moving to Dublin.
Right.
Dublin, Ireland. Amongst all these good white people, because Irish people was in slavery too. You know what they say? Irish people were slaves. Irish people suffered the same thing black people suffered. You know what they say? No problem. You move to Ireland and now they're in school all day, torturing your granddaughter in school.
Right.
In Ireland. Talking about God love all people. God, you think God loves that? You think God loves them to hate you? You think that's why God made them? Come on, man. God made them to hate you. That's exactly what it is.
Right.
You see, I mean, God didn't make them to love. If God made them to love you, they would love you. They would do it. They'll be kind and nice to you, and they will never betray you, and they'll never lie to you, never lie to nobody. But that's not how God made them, as we see. Keep reading.
Psalm 40, verse 8. I delight to do thy will, O my God. Yea.
Is that Psalms 148? Psalms 140.
140.
Yeah. But hold on, read that right there, because you said it, so now we got to break it down. Read.
That was Psalm 40, verse 8.
Please read.
I delight to do thy will.
We delight to do the Lord's will. Why? Because that's what makes the Lord favor us.
Right.
That's what makes the Lord rains blessings on us.
Right.
That's what makes the Lord give other races of people into our hands for possession.
Right.
So we can own them and boss them around and rule them and tell them where to go and tell them where they can't go and bring them to a black judge and a Latino judge and put them in black and Latino jails. But we did not delight to do what the Lord says. So now we as black and Latino, we in the Bronx and Brooklyn, and we go to his jails. Okay? And we buy coffee from him. All right? Any more there, Thomas?
I went to Psalm 140 now.
Good. Read Psalms 140 now, all right?
Psalm 140, verse 8.
Please.
Grant not, O the Most High, the desires of the wicked.
Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. You know why? Because Donald Trump wants to unalive you.
Right.
He wants to unalive all of you. He wants to put you back in a cotton field, big cotton, or whatever makes him money. He would like to put us all in the, what's that thing? The semiconductors mines. He would love to put us all in there. The whole, from New York to California, he would like to put black people in semiconductor mines because they need semiconductors for cars. They need chips. Then they need it. You think he won't do it? He would. The only reason why they don't have it is because the Lord saved you with those Moabites over there. Or you'd be scratching your fingernails under the ground for a crime that you didn't do. Right. Because according to the 13th Amendment, you can be a slave for a crime.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Further not his wicked device.
What did God say?
Further not his wicked device.
By the way, this is Psalms. So this is us praying to the Lord. Further not the oppressor's wicked devices. We're allowed to ask for that. And those wicked devices is how he get rich.
That's right.
He gets rich off of those wicked devices. And we're praying to the Lord. In Psalm, meaning, and mind you, Psalms is not the New Testament. This is the Old Testament now. This is the thing that the Christians say is done away with. The Old Testament, the Psalms of David. Further not his wicked devices. Save us from him, O Lord. Is what they're saying in the Old Testament in Psalms. Meaning what? We've been asking for this for a long time. Who would want to come change that? Who in their right mind, who in their right Christian flaming mind would want to change that? Silly, man. Right? Keep reading.
Lest they exalt themselves.
Lest they do what?
Lest they exalt themselves.
Okay, show me that video again with the gymnast, Sean. What is white Irish girls doing with medals and a black girl is not? We're better than them in everything. Why do they have medals? Why do they exalt themselves? Come on now.
Right.
Show there. Click anyone. Just show a picture. Show the picture of them right there. There we go. This is the same article right here. Play the video. It's okay. Oh, you go back to the page. Go back to the page. Here's the easy way. Go back to the page. Yeah. Click right there at the top. Right there. Shit. Stop. No. There we go. That's what you gotta do. Right. There we go. You see that young black girl right there? That young black girl is right there with all of that color on her. Right. I don't know how she said she didn't see her. Right. She got all that color on her. You can't see all that bright, vibrant color on that young black girl. Right. On that young Latina girl in all these countries. The black girls in all these countries. She's the only thing that's there that's magic. Guess what? And guess what too? All these little white girls you see there, they're all gonna grow up to be losers. Right. All of them are gonna sniff cocaine and be good for nothing. They're gonna be in a bread line in Ireland, right, eating baked beans and toast for dinner, breakfast, dinner, and lunch. Right. You see what I'm saying? With no talent, and they're not gonna be gymnasts when they grow up. They're gonna be a bunch of bums. Right. Go ahead, press it up.
They're gonna be eating potatoes. They're
gonna be eating Irish potatoes. That's a fact. You see what I'm saying? And guess what that young black girl right is gonna do? She's gonna be the most amazing gymnast. That's right. And she ain't gonna eat no baked beans and toast. Guess what she's gonna have? Fried chicken with collard greens and mac and cheese and gravy. That's right. And guess what white people wanna do? White people wanna steal her recipes.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And then they're gonna see her do gymnastics. They're gonna say, "Teach me to do that move that you do." That's what they're gonna do. Read that again.
From the top,
please.
Psalm 140, verse 8. Grant not, oh, the Most High, the desires of the wicked.
Don't grant their wickeds to want to be gold medalists in gymnastics. Keep reading.
Further not his wicked device.
Further not they're triumphing. Put the other picture back up, Shaw. Further not they're triumphing in gymnastics against our young black sisters. Keep reading.
Lest they exalt themselves.
Lest they start acting like they're better than us. Right. That's what God is saying. And what are we reading?
Psalms.
Psalms 140 verse 8, the water. where everything's Psalms. Don't Christians like Psalms?
Right,
Why don't Christians say this thing right here?
right.
What are you hiding? Right? Psalm is talking about her.
Fine.
Lest they exalt themselves. What do Christians say? They say, oh, wicked people. They are wicked.
Right.
Come on, man. What scripture we got? Brothers, please.
Oh, so like, so
Give me
if I
that
may,
Ecclesiasticus
when
12 and 10.
it comes down to gymnastics, remember, you know what I'm saying, blacks and Hispanics, we didn't learn gymnastics in the school. We learned it on the mattresses. We learned our, you know what I'm saying, our gymnastics on the mattress, because I want to be a gymnast, but I learned it in the hood.
That's right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? On the dirty, pissy mattress, that's where we learn our gymnastics at.
On the 35th floor,
Yeah.
in the garage,
Hanging Bronx
right? On a double bunk bed,
On the double
right?
bunk bed.
With 15 brothers, this is all poor,
Oh,
right? We're jumping on a mattress, doing backflips and all of that, spinning through the spinner room, in the hallway doing cartwheels. Come on, man.
And Salaki,
Come on, man.
And we had to battle, because I battled everybody in Westchester.
Yo, you ever heard of breakdancing, man?
Right.
That,
You
yeah.
ever heard of b-boying, man?
Breaking.
You ever seen you ever seen Latino brothers on the train?
Ever seen a Sugar
Black
Pony?
boys on the train? Say it again.
Ever seen a Sugar Pony? He was younger.
You know what I mean? These young brothers are amazing.
Right.
You ever seen, there's a brother that be dancing in Times Square called Shafar. He goes on his hands and walks on his hands. They go onto the light post where the thing that says walk and not walk, and they go do a backflip off of that. And they call him Black Spider-Man, man. Meanwhile, White Spider-Man is fake. White Spider-Man is an actor,
Right.
with stunt doubles.
Right.
Lest they exalt themselves, man. You see what I'm saying? We living in hell, man. You can't even be proud of the talent that you have, that the good Lord gave you, man. You know what I'm saying? 5 years old in the projects.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You can't even have that. They gotta have that for you. They're gonna ask you to teach them that, and they're gonna be famous. You know all these soccer players you see on TV right now, the World Cup soccer. All them, name all the top teams in World Cup soccer, the true ones now. France, Germany, Netherlands, Portugal. Do you know in the 80s, in the time of Escobar and them, right? You know they went to South America, and they all got trained by South America Latino soccer players to be skilled. In the World Cup in the 80s and 90s, all them white boys on the soccer teams in those white countries, they were all losers. They were losers. The brothers from Uruguay and Paraguay,
Right.
they were being goalkeepers with their feet, meaning the goal will be coming for the soccer pen. You know, they kick the ball, they come to the soccer pen. You know, white people gotta try to grab it, right? The Latino brothers would dive forward and their feet would come back. Yo, come on. They don't show this thing on TV no more, right? The gold is with us. The silver is with us. You see what I'm saying? Practice up. Come on.
So there's one more thing I gotta say, because what you're saying so hard by one was that they come to us and envy us. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor used to, and I know this, you know what I'm saying, hands, because I was part of it. They came to the hood to get their football players.
Yep.
We was just playing touch and go.
Yep.
Touch and go.
Yep.
I'm talking about we, you know what I'm saying?
It ain't no football.
No, I'm not saying this shit
Yeah.
because it was gymnastics. No, trust me, because I was part of all that stuff when it came.
Come on.
It was white faces.
Yep.
Came to watch us. We went to the park. We played Kill a Man with the Ball. You know what I mean? And they watched us. They said, "Yo, do you want to play football?" And we became their whole team. They went in all the, you know what I'm saying, all the trophies and all that stuff. They came from the suburbs
Yeah.
to the hood
Yeah.
to get us.
Absolutely.
We didn't have to pay for anything.
Right.
They paid for all the equipment.
And that's why all of the NBA teams and the NFL teams, that's why they're all black.
Right.
They're all black. They should just turn the N in NBA, NFL. They should just turn the N to the N word. Because that's all who's playing. Baseball, it's all Dominicans on the Yankee teams. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
And that's why we got Jackie Robinson and Parkway.
Right.
Because Jackie Robinson, he was the sellout who gave over our magic onto them.
Right.
Meaning, this is not even a thing that you make. This is not even technology. This is you throwing a baseball. He gotta have that too.
Right.
You can't have you throwing a baseball as a black and Latino. You can't have that. You can't make the money off that. He has to make the money off you throwing a ball. Come on, man. It's a joke. It's absolutely silly. You know what I mean? You ever seen slugging? But right quick. You ever seen the NBA before they put black people on the team? And they were in the pom-pom shorts, man. They're wearing the fanny shorts.
Right.
Come on, man. And they're playing the basketball so basic.
Right.
Come on, man. And then you ever see how they play? They look like stick men. You see what I'm saying? Because the gold is with us. The flavor, the sabor is with us. You see what I'm saying? I say that in Spanish. The flavor is with us. El sazon is con what?
El sazón
With us.
de nosotros.
De nosotros. El sazón de nosotros.
Right.
The water. Gracias. You know what I mean? Yeah. Keep reading that, Babush. Any more there?
Selah.
Selah. Whoa. That's the Psalm 140, right? Okay, we gotta head out of here, right? Last one we got here, all right?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust thine enemy. What is that talking about? Your black brother? No. You gotta forgive your black brother. That's what Christ says.
Right.
Forgive him 70 times the 70.
Right.
Right.
7 times 770, 77. Just give up on forgiving your black brother.
Right.
Forgive him, and when you forgive him, guess what you gotta do? You gotta trust him.
Right.
And you gotta turn the other cheek. And you gotta take him to counsel and let him know he offended you. Until we kick him out of the nation because he don't want to be here. He don't want to be around us.
Right.
If you don't want to be around us, guess who he wants to be around? He wants to be around them.
Right.
He wants to trust them.
Right.
He wants to do this thing that God said to not do. Read it again.
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust thy enemy. Keep reading.
For like as iron rusteth.
For like as iron. Cars are made out of iron. They're made out of steel, right? Cars, that when you buy them, they're beautiful. They got good paint on them. Well, let 20 years run by. You're like, oh my God, what's this, rust? I didn't know the car can look like this. Your car is old, man. You see what I'm saying? Oh, your car is showing its true colors. Keep reading.
So is his wickedness.
There's a lot of wickedness in that man right there. Keep reading.
Verse 11.
Uh-huh.
Though he humble himself.
Though he what?
Humble himself.
Though he act like he's a loving Democrat, Though he humble him and say, good morning, Mr. Smith. Oh, good morning, Miss Doherty. Good morning, Mr. McGillicuddy. Good morning, Mr. Brown. How are you doing, Mr. Brown? Good day, isn't it? Do you watch the game last night? Yeah, I watched the game. You saw the Giants? And that's just my team, bro. My team. And then when he goes home, he's calling you a monkey.
Right.
And he's teaching all of it. Guess why young white kids are racist? Because their father told them to be racist.
Right.
Their mother told them to be racist.
Right.
Show them their mother. Show them their mother, Sha'ar.
So
Right there. Click that right there. Share this tab instead. Share this. The top of the picture. Right. Press play on that right there. There we go. Right. This is their mother. There was one time black folk was saying, yeah, all you gotta do is don't do that. Don't do that. There was black folks who would say, yeah, the old white people are racist.
Right.
They're racist. You gotta let them die. You gotta let them pass away en masse. And all the young ones, we're all gonna have democratic love. That's the mother right there.
Right.
And guess what comes out of her legs? Satan comes out of her legs again.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To put Satan on you, to bring hell to you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To bring merciless to you, to bring heartless to you. Go ahead, Thomas.
You notice the photographer didn't even take a picture of her, but just took the picture on the right of the other people.
That's what he was doing. Because they in this together. And guess what the children are going to grow up to be? To be them.
Right.
The children are going to grow up to be them because they are them. Hold on. Keep reading. Give me Ecclesiasticus 30 and 4. You got the key? Who got the key?
God.
Oh,
Okay, so you gonna keep that, right? Okay, no sweat.
And go crouching, yet take good.
And go crouching, right? Meaning he's all humble to you. He's all nice to you. You don't know what's in his head. Come on, man. You know what I mean? You trust anybody who walks up to you in the street talking about, I got a good deal, here's a watch, here's a gold watch in Times Square?
Right.
A man comes to you in Times Square with a gold watch. You trust him because he's nice to you? I got a good watch for you. It's gold. It's it's a one in a lifetime deal. It's a sale. You gotta grab it. $50.
Right.
A gold watch for $50. Gold 24 karat gold, $50. You trust him? He's nice to you too. Come on, man. No worry. The person ain't gonna try to sell you a gold watch. He's gonna try to sell you your whole country and your life and religion. Come on, keep reading.
And go crouching, yet take good heed, and be.
What did God say?
Yet take good heed.
What did God say?
Yet take good heed.
Why no Christians say this? The whole Bible. We read the whole Bible, and we gotta be like, why don't Christians say this? We go to verse 12. Why don't Christians say this? Verse 13. Go to verse 1. Why don't Christians say this? Verse 2. Why don't Christians say this? We go to the next chapter. Why don't Christians say this? We go to the other chapter. We go to the chapter before. Why don't Christians say this? What do Christians say? You gotta read 2 verses above and 2 verses below. We read 2 verses up and 2 verses down. Why don't Christians say this? Keep reading.
And beware of him.
Wait. God is love. Read it again.
And be aware of him.
But God loves all people. Read it again.
And beware of him.
But Jesus Christ is to forgive your enemy. Read it again.
And beware of him.
But slavery was a long time ago. Read it again.
And beware of him.
Keep reading.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass.
And you're going to be unto him like as if you ever seen the fog on a window? Right? You can't see him with the fog.
Right.
Wipe away the fog and you'll see him. Just make, all you got to do, with all acting like they love Latino people and they love all people, just bring 60,000 migrants from Venezuela to town. And just put them in Staten Island, and we'll see if they really love all people.
Right.
Meanwhile, they try to move into some Catholic place. I thought Catholics love all people. I thought there was a religion of love.
Right.
And we are the world, and everybody hold hands, and Jesus Christ and Mary. I thought that was the case. Keep reading.
And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been on together.
So some people be like, oh, you can change them. You can wipe away that rust. I know this, everybody got some good in them. Everybody got some bad in them. Right. What you gotta do is you gotta show love to take away their bad in them. God is saying, if you wipe away the glass with all that love garbage, wipe away all that love garbage for a second, you're gonna see the slavery still in him.
Right.
You're gonna see the unaliver still in him. The hurtful person still in him. The abuser still in him.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? The deviant still in him.
That's right.
It's all right there. Look up the Gilgo Beach unaliver. Who ever heard about the Gilgo Beach unaliver? Put him. This is that guy who works on Wall Street, lives in New York. He's not poor. He's rich. He goes to work in a suit. He works in a high-rise building, got a house in Long Island. Gilgo Beach. The Gilgo Beach. I can't say that word there. They might take down the feed. The Gilgo Beach. Yeah, just click the one with the M word on there. They call him a serial. The Long Island serial. Oh, you're right. Yeah, click that one right there. There we go. Hardcore. Look at his face. Look at him. That's his father right there. That's his dad. This is Caesar Borgia's dad right here. Look at him. This is the Roman. Right? Go back to there and click on the thing. Yeah. Click on it. Let's go to look at that. That is the judge. All New York judges look like him. The one you want to love and hug. They look like him. And what did he do?
Oh, Sloppy, so this one is asking for Sloppy.
No problem, no problem. Scroll down right quick. Look at him. Look at him. Click next on the picture. Click next on the picture. Look at that guy.
Oh,
No, come on, man. That's Pastor Willie.
right.
Wait. What's his name? Peter Popoff.
Oh,
Look just like him.
right.
Look just like him. Peter Pop. Holy, sanctified, saved. Holy. You see what I'm saying? And guess what religion he is? I bet he loved Jesus Christ too. You see what I'm saying? What did he do? Scroll down and let's get some of that on there. Right? Read it right there. The second paragraph right there.
Salakia Herman,
Uh-huh.
60, was arrested July 13th on murder charges in the killings of Melissa Bartholomew,
One,
Megan Waterman,
two.
and Amber Costello.
Oh, he unalived 3 women. You see what I'm saying? 3 women. And guess what? I don't think they're black. Those sound like white girls. When you do that to a white girl, guess what he'll do to you?
Right.
But guess what? If he did it to you, you wouldn't even come up in the papers as one of the victims.
Right.
Because they're not concerned to look for you. They're concerned to look for them. That's how it goes.
Right.
That's the world you live in.
Come on.
You live where every animal favors their own. That's what God said. So when they're looking for bodies, guess who they're concerned about? They're not concerned about the Afghan. They're concerned about the U.S. soldier.
Right.
The Afghans worry about the Afghans. The U.S. worry about the U.S. And what? We're neither of those. We are our own people.
Right.
We need to have our own search parties for our own people.
Right.
All right? What you got there right quick?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 30, verse 4.
There we go. 30 and 4, read.
Though his father died,
Though his father died, read. We're not allowed to say that. Though his father passed away, read.
though his father
You can read the scripture.
alive,
You can read the scripture. I'm a you know. Yeah.
yet he is as though he were not alive,
They
unalive. Dead?
no. You can say
I
the
can
word.
say it.
You can say it. You can say it, right?
Right.
But when the slave master passed away, it is like he never passed away.
Right.
That's what God is saying. Don't be fooled. Beware of him. Take good heed. Read from the top again, Bubble Shop.
Though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead.
Right. Keep reading.
For he hath left one behind him.
What? The slave master did what?
For he hath left one behind
The
him.
Gilgal Beach unalive did what?
For he hath left one behind him.
Keep reading.
That is like himself.
That is like what?
That is like himself.
Dylan Roof is like what?
That is like himself.
The school shooters are like what?
That is like himself.
That's why they do what they do.
Right.
Because they are the same KKK from the 1700s,
Right.
1800s, whatever time they was, the 1800s, 1700s, the birth of a nation, whenever that was. They are still here. And they still got the money from slavery. That's another thing too.
Right.
Keep reading.
Verse 5. While he lived,
While the slave master lived,
he saw and rejoiced in him.
he saw his democratic white son in New York, and he rejoiced in him. Because he pretended like he's not racist, and he's getting away. He's getting away with pretending like he loves black people, Latino people. Keep reading.
And when he died, he was not sorrowful.
Because the legacy still lives on. Okay? And that's the Bible. And this is wisdom from the Lord.
That's right.
On how to be safe.
Right.
Black people, Latino people, we don't know how to be safe because we've been Christians for too long. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, Charles.
So I got a question concerning the young sister with the gymnastics. Can we say that? Well, Commander General Yohana always teaches that it's not, the black women fought for the conditions that we in.
That's correct.
But with the situation that the sister went through, can we blame the parents, her parents, or whoever raised her for her going through what she went through?
Meanwhile, Christianity was forced on us.
Right.
So we was forced to accept this religion,
Come,
and we was forced to go into their schools,
come.
right? So of course, it's not our fault.
Right, right,
You see what I'm saying? That this happened to, it's really their fault. The Lord accounts this to them. All this abuse,
right.
anything they may go through is going to be accounted to them
Come.
because they burn us at the stake to believe this.
Right, right.
You see what I'm saying? Now, they want us to admire them instead of ourselves.
Come,
So we leave our black neighborhoods and we go to Ireland.
come.
That's what we do. You see,
Oh,
we go to Dublin.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, how much time we got? Okay, we started the class late, right?
Come.
I got this piece right here from the Negro Question Part 4 about Ireland, right? Let me get some of this Ireland right here. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna go to chapter 3. Oh, this Oliver Cromwell in Ireland. Oh my God, here we go. All right, here we go. Who want to read this for me right here? Oliver Cromwell in Ireland. Let's get some of this black history right here. You want to take it right here? Go ahead, right here. Right, whatever's down there written in the reddish pink, all right?
Oliver Cromwell in Ireland.
So now we're on the topic of Ireland. Go ahead. But we're gonna see why this black girl is in Ireland around all these white people, right? Read.
Oliver Cromwell
Mhm.
was Lord Protector of the Commonwealth.
Now, he was the Lord Protector of the Commonwealth, meaning what? He was big deal to English people, to white people, to the oppressor, right? Read.
Of England,
Uh-huh.
Ireland,
Mhm.
and Scotland
Read.
after the assassination of the Scottish-English King Charles I. Upon taking military command of the Commonwealth,
Mind you, right? They love to act like they love King Charles. What did they say? King who?
King Charles I.
The King James. They love to act like they love King Charles, and this is great British history. King Charles I, King James, King Charles II. Meanwhile, their hero was the person who unalived King Charles I. Something ain't right there. Something ain't right. You see what I'm saying?
Come.
Keep reading. Can thou love two masters?
Right,
God said you're gonna love one and hate the other.
right.
So they love Oliver Cromwell while they act like King Charles in the monarchy. Something adding up. Keep reading.
Upon taking military command
Uh-huh.
of the Commonwealth,
He took military command from King Charles. Read.
he invaded Ireland.
He did what?
Invaded
He
Ireland,
invaded Ireland. Keep reading.
and history states
Uh-huh.
that he committed genocide in Ireland against the black population.
Against the what?
Black population.
The what?
Black population.
The white population.
Black population.
Oh, there's only white people was in Europe.
Black population.
Oh, the Jews didn't get taken into Roman captivity in Europe.
Black population.
The black people didn't take over the Holy Roman Empire 236 AD.
Black population.
Oh, Septimius Severus was not black.
Black
Oh,
population.
King Charles was not black.
Black
Oh,
population.
King James was not black.
Black population.
The black population where?
In Ireland.
Keep reading.
Against the black population.
Mhm.
The black Irish.
The what?
The black Irish.
They were black Irish. Read again.
The black Irish.
Well, Irish people were slaves.
The black Irish.
I see who enslaved them.
The black Irish.
Keep reading.
That he didn't kill unalive. He sold into slave trade.
He sold into what?
The slave trade.
Did they give a year there? No year there?
In 1641,
In 1641? The slave trade in 1640. The 1600s.
Mm.
Who was in the slave trade in the 1600s? Where did they all go?
right,
It wasn't white. It wasn't who we now call Irish today. In the slave trade in 1641.
right,
Coming on the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria in 1960, landed in the British province of Jamestown, Virginia,
right,
Boston, Massachusetts, New York. Come on now. You know what I mean? New England.
right.
Keep reading.
In 1641, Slovakia. In 1641,
Mind you, this is history books.
Con.
Of course, we're not allowed to read those things.
Right, right,
We're black people. What they say about black people, we don't read books. So,
right,
whatever we see a History Channel, that's the fact. Whatever we watch on Roots,
right,
that's the fact.
right.
You see, whatever's in a movie, that's Star Wars. See, look what Anakin Skywalker did. Luke Skywalker, look what he did. Come on now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Read. It's like it.
Come on, come on. In 1641, Cromwell had 300,000 black Irish sold into the North Atlantic slave
They
trade.
recorded the number. Read.
And in 1650,
Still in the 1600s. In the 1650, he did what?
he had 100,000 Irish Scottish children sold into Barbados.
Irish and Scottish. Whoa, wait. See what? Did he just name a country?
God.
Did he say Barbados?
Come on, God.
Were there white slaves in Barbados?
Mm.
He said an Oliver Cromwell, Lord Protector of the Commonwealth of the UK, right?
Right.
So this is not mythical figures. This is real history.
Right.
Yeah, the man, the famous Oliver Cromwell, famous white man. They love him.
Right.
Look up. Let's go on Google right quick and look up Oliver Cromwell right quick.
Come on, God.
Let's do a Google search. Go to the scripture about the one with the Bible right there. Just click on that one. The tab with the Bible that we got on already. That one. Put in the search right there. Just put Oliver Cromwell in there. Let's see if we get a picture of a real person, or if it's fairy tales, or if it's Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. There we go. Oh! It's in the Google search. Couple Google searches. There we go. Look at that. You got that same Caucasian collar of a shirt too.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Look at him. You see what I'm saying? No, it's good. Go back over there and just change the click on one of them on the bottom right there. No. Yeah, click on one of those. There you go. There we go. Look at that right there. Right? Yeah. Easy Google search. Black people. Now we went into slavery. We ain't never heard of him.
Right.
We ain't never heard of him. Caribbean people, Jamaicans have never heard of him.
Right.
I guarantee people in Barbados. He said, how much people to Barbados? 100,000 to Barbados?
Come on,
You
God.
never heard of him.
Right.
Oliver Cromwell? Come on now. Keep reading there for a second, that's all.
Come on, God. There is an interesting law that Cromwell had published, and it read.
So now this is a real person that made real laws in Britain. Read.
Oliver Cromwell in Dick. 1653.
1653. Read.
Those who fail to transplant themselves to Connaught or Clare within 6 months shall be guilty of high treason.
That was the black version of the Trail of Tears. He's saying you got to go to this place. In other words, I'm saying that I'm using this as a Trail of Tears because there was one time where it was illegal for Native Indians to live east of the Mississippi River. You had to transport yourself west of the Mississippi River, or you're gonna be put to death. My gosh, they're gonna forcefully pass you away to heaven.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you did not make yourself become one of the person that live on the other side of the Mississippi River.
Right.
And then Native Indians to remain over here, they have to say, I'm not Native Indian, I'm black.
Right.
I'm an African American. That's why there's a mix now. It's something you see brothers wonder. Well, I don't know if I'm a Judite, I don't know if I'm a Gadite, I don't know if I'm a Reubenite, because of these things in history.
Right.
Now in here, they was forced to go to transport themselves to Connaught or Clare. Guess what's waiting there? He's talking about, you say, sending people overseas. In Connaught and Clare was slave ships waiting to carry you to the Barbados.
Right.
Keep reading, so.
You will then be sent into America.
Wait. Oliver Cromwell said this.
Right.
You'll be sent to what?
America.
You'll be sent to America, read.
Or some other part beyond the sea.
Or some other part that we just now discovered that is on the other side of the other ocean.
Right.
Some other part beyond the sea that we have not named yet.
Right.
Keep reading.
The royal
That we have not named Colombia yet.
Right.
That we have not named Ecuador yet. Keep reading.
The Royal African Company sent 249 ships.
Hold on. The what?
The Royal African Company.
So the African slave trade. Are you telling me, according to history books, the African slave trade had those same African ships pick up people from Ireland, and Scotland. So, come on, man. Now, where would we be without UPK, man?
That's right.
Where would he hear this outside of UPK?
Right.
What black person? What's all the people that all them brothers that be on them TV, right? The black people talking like they historians and what's them brother? These people, these names that be on the TV all the time talking about black history and stuff like that, man. What's their names, man? They'll never talk about nothing like this. They'll never look for books like this. They all into Nigerian got said, go on.
Umar Johnson.
Umar Johnson never read this.
Right.
D.L. Hughley.
Right.
He ain't never read nothing like this. Steve Harvey going to Ireland talking about, I heard black people came from here. He goes to Ghana.
Right.
He goes to Nigeria. Where PDD going? I know them celebrities talking about we going back to the motherland.
Right.
Come on, man. Was Africa their motherland?
Mm.
He ain't say that these Irish came from Africa.
Right.
He said there's a ship called the Royal African what?
Company
Uh-huh.
sent 249 ships
So 200 ships went to where?
to the West Indies.
To the West Indies, the Caribbean. Keep reading.
Sending 60,000 African and Irish into the Americas.
Hold on. Because now there was slaves from Africa, right? There were slaves come from Africa, and he made he distinguished between the two. 60,000 what?
60,000 African and Irish
Africans and Irish. Keep reading.
into the Americas.
Into the Americas. This is kind of. I know God said we be scattered to the four corners of the earth, but come on now, this is. Where do they say that at?
Right.
Oliver Cromwell said it, and this is a quote from Oliver Cromwell. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He said the edict, meaning the thing that he said, and someone wrote it down in 1653. 1653 he said? No, problem. Keep reading. Oh, sorry.
1653.
1653. Keep reading.
Sending 60,000 African and Irish into the Americas and West Indies.
There we go. So just like we've always said in the Bible, from the time of Jesus Christ, 70 AD, even from the book of the Babylon Timbuktu, right?
Right.
A lot of us fled into Africa to disguise ourselves with the Africans.
Right.
And whoever did not obey Jesus Christ to flee into the mountains, we was dragged into the Roman Empire. And the Roman Empire, with that same eagle flag, the red eagle flag,
right,
he pushed the Roman Empire up into France and Germany and England and Scotland and Ireland. And guess who were the slaves in the Roman Empire? Those same black Irishmen they now call black Irish in this part of history.
Right.
Right, keep reading.
Make no mistake about it. These people are here in the colony with us.
So now this is the author talking now. Make no mistake. These black Irish people, they now in these colonies, and you wonder why some of us got all these Irish names.
Mm.
And I've never we have Irish names, and then English people were the one that enslaved us. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
With all these English surnames and Irish surnames are not the same.
Right.
English surnames and Scottish surnames are not the same. But you got all these brothers with Irish and Scottish surnames, not English.
Right.
Irish and Scottish surnames. And you try to say, oh yeah, that's a slave master's name. Mm. Well, where was the slave master called Macpherson? Mm. I know black people with the last name Macpherson. Blacksmith? Right. You had a slave master called Blacksmith? Right. I think you were the blacksmith.
That's right.
I think you were the smith. The smith is someone who molds metal.
Right.
I think you were that black smith. I don't think you're the white slave master with the last name Brown. Right. I don't think there's any brown white people. I think you are brown.
Right.
I think you look brown right now.
Right.
I think you all kind of shades of brown. All right? Keep reading.
America is a huge colony spread out over 50 states, and we have all been mingled together.
Okay, no problem. Give me back the picture with the Irish, the young black Irish today. Go back to the Irish article, Babusha, just so we can show the picture again, right quick. Show a picture.
It's like when you're talking about Cromwell stuff?
No, the Guardian with the black gymnastic, the girl.
Come on.
Yeah, but I believe it's over here somewhere, right? There we go, right there.
Come on.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there. Let's press replay on the bottom left of that video right there.
Play this one?
Yeah. Replay that right there. There we go, right there. Share this tab instead. There we go. Look at that young black girl right there. You don't know what all those white people are there? All that white woman to antagonize our sister
Right,
because of Oliver Cromwell.
right.
That's why. Because Oliver Cromwell, this place is all white. Mind you, it said Oliver Cromwell sent a military against Scotland and Ireland. So that place, the island must be filled with black people.
Right.
All of them went into slavery to meet on the ships with their brothers who were disguising themselves in Africa. And we got carried here, and guess what we do? We go right back there to love them.
Right.
And with that, I pass the class to Police Officer Shaw.
Right.